right, after we get going,
Delta Charlie, clear for takeoff.
I'm going to let you take it, right? You're going to fly the V-bars, right? I'll try to get it trimmed before I give it to you, right? So it feels about right. If it needs trimmed down, like as we accelerate, you're gonna have to kind of push. So instead of pushing, just push forward on the trim a little bit.
Remember, take on Tango, left traffic approved.
So quick flight lesson before we get going. Right?
I remember from last time.
Yeah. And just kind of keep it in the ballpark, right? We ain't got to we ain't got to be perfect until we get to altitude, and then we'll turn on autopilot because we do want to be accurate, for IFR. Just going to have to give him a little space, though, so we don't run over him or anything. Not that we're that fast, but even still, we're not faster than he is.
Yeah.
They'll probably give us runway heading for a little while.
November 2 Tango Tango, runway 35, clear for the option. Traffic departing prior to arrival, citation 525.
35, clear for the option.
That was us he's talking about. Are you ready?
300 Juliet Whiskey, Wilmington Tower, fly runway heading, runway 35, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading, clear for takeoff, 35, 300 Juliet Whiskey.
900 Delta Charlie, start your right-hand turn heading 010.
Right to 010, 900 Delta Charlie.
Alright, so here we go. And you can see the little V-bars are trying to turn to my heading already because I got it in heading mode.
900 Delta Charlie, contact departure. See you later.
Over to departure, 900 Delta Charlie.
He's turning right, so he won't be a factor, right? The traffic. I'll get it good and straight. I give it the power. I give it a little bit of power, make sure everything's nice and stable before I really gas on it. The power's coming up, nice and stable. We'll go 2 and takeoff. Power's achieved. Airspeed's alive. We're looking for there's 70 knot cross checks. And I'm just looking for V1. Get V1, rotate. They're pretty close to the same number. Visor rate, gear up. Y'all damped on. And I'm gonna get flaps up, power back, and then we'll go VNAV, flight level change. I'm gonna get it trimmed. Alright, and then you can take the control. You got the controls.
Got it.
I'm going to trim you down as we accelerate.
0 Juliet Whiskey, contact departure. See you later.
Over to departure, 300 Juliet Whiskey.
And then just keep us on the V-bars, right? And I'll trim as needed too. I'll help you with the trim a little bit, right?
Departure citation 300 Juliet Whiskey's 1800, climbing 5000, runway heading.
300 Juliet Whiskey, Wilmington departure radar contact. I maintain 10,000, 10,000.
10,000, 0 Juliet Whiskey.
Let's go close to that other guy. Right there, that dude. We're way above him now, though.
Well, we can jump 1 to the descent.
And then I'll give you a little bit of down trim, right?
Jump 1 at Roger.
As we accelerate.
Traffic in you and the Southport
if it needs it, bump it down. I'm going to actually move the flight director to your side.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
And then we're going to go heading, VNAV, flight level change again. So it's more accurate. You'll be flying off your gauges, right, instead of mine.
900 Delta Charlie, proceed on course to Ella.
She's climbing 5,000 foot a minute. It likes it being light. We don't have a lot of fuel, and we don't have anybody on board, right?
Yeah.
Since we only have 2,000 pounds, it's doing like 5,000 foot a minute.
Trimmed way up.
What's it need? Down?
Down, yeah.
Can you feel it as you do it, though?
0 Juliet Whiskey, direct block, intersection.
Direct block, 300 Juliet Whiskey.
So I'll hit direct, activate, and then I'm going to hit nav. And now your V-bars, you watch, they'll do a gradual turn. The autopilot's trying to make you do it nice and slow, right? To be smooth, right? It's a pretty smart autopilot.
300 Juliet Whiskey, contact Washington Center, 135.3.
35-3, 300 Juliet Whiskey.
And then it's getting ready to level off, so be following your V-bars down. Start pitching down, right? Start pitching down.
Washington Center, citation 300 Juliet Whiskey's 9.3, climbing 10,000.
300 Juliet Whiskey, Western Roger, climb and maintain flight level 230.
2300 Juliet Whiskey.
All Alright, so now it's continuing to climb, so 230. Trying to do it so it's smooth so you ain't having to work hard. I got it in flight level change mode, so now you just gradually pitch up to it, right? So it's going to gradually, since I'm in flight level change, it's going to gradually sneak up on that number, right? If you tuck your little plane right into that magenta, he's going to decelerate. He's going to climb until he finds that 220, and then once he gets slow, he'll start lowering the nose. And then obviously when it starts flashing, it's about to capture, you'll see the V-bar start gradually coming down to the horizon to capture the 23.
How many times do you usually have to pitch it down? It's still, I've done it a lot. And it
But
still
you mean
feels
the
like
trim?
it needs it. Oh yeah, trim, yeah. That's what I meant.
It's all speed related, right? Because you're moving a little tab on the elevator in the back, right? So the faster you go, you're going to need more trim, right? If you slow down, you're going to need trim the opposite way, probably, right? But trim is your friend. The more you get it trimmed, the easier it is to fly, right? Because then it's really staying where you point it. Get warm again now. Alright, our afters are done. Other than our 18 check, landing gear's up, flaps are up, throttles are set, passenger safety is not required, exterior lights. I'm going to go to recog. Pressurization is good. Altimeters are good until we get to 18. He's wanting you to pitch up just a smidgen, right? Just a little. But it's close enough for government, or you know what I mean? And he fine tunes it depending on how far off you are. If you were off by a lot, he would really give you a big correction.
Right.
And then as we go through 18, I'm going to hit the standard button, and you'll see, watch our altimeter tape. It's going to jump, right? It just jumps a little bit.
Yeah.
But I went to standard instead of... Then while you're doing that, I'm going to get the weather. For Greensboro, frequencies, do that.
300 Juliet Whiskey, climb and maintain flight level 260.
2600 Juliet Whiskey.
November 0 Juliet Whiskey, Washington Center 132.22, Great Bay.
3222 Juliet Whiskey, good day.
Alright, we done that. We're going to turn off the light.
Heading,
So it is windy there. There's 3021. I'll put that in.
Delta 739, you can maintain level 230.
One more time for Delta 739, please.
739, send maintain level 23023.
Descend to 230, Delta 739.
Flight at 361, contact Washington Center 121.87.
Was that 121.87? So I should be...
Flight 361.
121.87? So I should be... What's the list?
Alright, speed's bugged.
Atlanta citation 300 Juliet Whiskey is 20.2, climbing 260.
Station 300 Juliet Whiskey, Washington Center, welcome.
Alright, very good. We're welcomed. You feel welcome?
23.85.
Sure.
Alright.
2385, Delta
And we expect block at 11,
Yeah.
right, based on my chart. So I'm going to put that in there, 11. 1, 2, 3. 38. Alright, looking good. And then when we level at 26, you'll just either go down, trim. I'll pull the power back. And then when you're ready for the autopilot, you just turn on the autopilot. But you can see single pilot. You're busy, right? Focusing.
Right.
If you were looking down for a second, you'd be turning, right? So that's why the actual autopilot is required. Because you're using it as a co-pilot, right? To fly their plane while you're doing other stuff.
When you're a single pilot, you're
73
required to use autopilot?
No, you're not required to use it. You're required to have it.
Oh, gotcha.
So if it gets busy, I just turn it on, right? If I flew out of a real busy airport, I'd get safe, get it all trimmed, and I'd turn on the autopilot. So I can put my head down looking in the box doing stuff. I'm still on course, right?
Right.
Above 28,000, you have to be on the autopilot because we're all in RVSM airspace. So it is required.
2, Papa Golf, contact
Even two-pilot crews, you're supposed to be on autopilot.
2775, 2 Papa Golf.
I'm going to listen to the weather.
Runway 5 right precision approach path indicator out of service. Read back on runway hold short instructions.
11882.
Contact ground unit 21.9 for clearance and taxi instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Juliet.
We've got Juliet. At 25, it beeps, one to go.
Referral airport AI fits information, Juliet.
So it's kind of pre-warning you. And watch when he gets close, it'll start blinking. The altitude select will blink, and then you'll see the V-bar start going down. So he goes down at whatever rate is necessary based on your climb rate. Since we're climbing pretty fast, he's going to lead it a little bit, right? And he's starting to go down, right? And you can kind of push and let it accelerate. So push your V-bars down now a little bit further, right? All the way down to your magenta. So push down a little more. Right there. And then right on the money, and then trim it so you're not having to hold it.
Just be 922, clear direct Hopewell.
Direct Hopewell, just be 922.
And then when you're ready for autopilot, he'll hold it for you. Otherwise, we're going to be doing like this all the way, right? He's pretty stable, but you got it, and getting used to how fast the trim moves, you know, how much to bump it, you know.
Delta 2755, clear direct to Yogi.
And plus, we're accelerating, so it's not going to stay trimmed, right? Because we're still accelerating a little bit. I'm going to pull the power back a little now, there.
SP 922, contact Washington Center 121.87.
2187, just be 922, good day.
Flex at 373, climb retain level 410.
410, flex shot 373.
All right, looking good. So you're 2600 on the dot. And the reason I pointed to your side, because see, mine's 2720, our altimeters are slightly different, right? So my transponder should be on 2 also, probably, right?
It still is trimmed way up.
So keep bumping down just a little, right?
JetBlue 520, are you able to level 370?
I'm going to pull it back a little.
Hey, firm, JetBlue 520. JetBlue 520, climb retain level 370 for traffic. 370, JetBlue 520.
Technically, you're allowed 200 feet before you would get in trouble for IFR, right, for ATC. But we want to be pretty accurate, right? He's going to be wondering, like, what's this guy doing? But he ain't watching us that close within 20 feet, but it's, you know.
Flex at 373, contact Washington Center 121.87.
And it only moves if you push both, right? But you are pushing both. But
Remember 300 Juliet Whiskey, advise ready to copy 16 prior to block 4 airspace.
Say again?
Advise ready to copy 16 prior to block 4 airspace.
Okay, what do you need?
November 0 Juliet Whiskey, cleared to Greensboro via direct Hotmo, Hotel, Oscar, Kilo, Mike, uniform, direct block to arrival.
Hawkmoo, block 2, 300 Juliet Whiskey.
all right, so let's put that in there.
United 1079, South
390. Smooth.
1079, Washington, welcome. Thunder Wings 90.
I've never heard of this one.
Welcome.
Hawkmoo.
Avianca 246, traffic 1 o'clock, 20 miles southbound, Boeing 730.
Right, now it's going to tell you to go right.
Below your sign, lower on the other side, maintain level 330.
Okay, we're looking for the traffic. I'm at 10 flight 330, Avianca 246.
Delta 2755, traffic on 12 o'clock, 20 miles northbound, Airbus 319.
Because you got it trimmed, so I'm going to gas on it. That'll mess that up, right?
High on the other side.
Because it's all speed related, right? It's based on the speed.
November 300, Juliet Whiskey 5 distressing, it's going to maintain level 240.
240, 300 Juliet Whiskey.
So set 224. But we ain't going to go down until we get to our top of descent. All right, sound like a good plan?
Yep.
I'm going to scroll that out a little bit for traffic. You're doing a lot of jiggling stuff over there. I don't know what you're doing.
The trim is still up.
Let me feel it. Let go for a second. Oh yeah, yeah. Because you gotta push it and hold it for a second. Right?
level 3.
Once you push it, you gotta hold it for a second in that position. Tapping it really isn't doing a whole lot, right?
Wings 905, squawk
Yep,
5625.
5625.
And now I let go, so I don't know what you got, what you need.
Yeah.
But and then I can feel when you're actually trimming, because the trim wheel should move a little bit, right?
So when I'm just tapping it, it's not.
It's
doing
probably
it.
not. It's probably got to push it and hold it just for that microsecond, you know?
Yep.
There's probably a little delay, you know, because it doesn't want you to, in case you accidentally bump the switch, you don't want to, you know. All right, so in about 2.5 minutes.
300 Juliet Whiskey, contact Washington Center 135.2.
35-2, 0 Juliet Whiskey, good day.
Avion Star.
Washington Center, citation 300 Juliet Whiskey's 260, pilot's discretion 240.
The 300 Juliet Whiskey, Washington Center, you can make that discretion at 200, plan on block at 12,000.
Okay, pilot's discretion 200, block at 11, 0 Juliet Whiskey.
You can plan block at 12, 12,000.
Okay, block at 12, 0 Juliet Whiskey.
Washington
So I got to change that.
64,
Block at 12.
10,000 for 12,000. Delta 2164, Washington Center, maintain level 230. Delta 2164,
All right, so we're in there.
230.
Our top of descent is still about 2 minutes away. So we're good. And if you descend a little, he ain't going to get mad because he gave us pilot's discretion. Right?
Good morning, Endeavor 5073.
So technically, we can do whatever we want.
Descending 210.
All right, everything's all set up there.
5073, Washington Center. You can disregard that speed at 30.
Roger, 5073.
Yeah, you're right. When I just barely touch it.
Yeah, it's not doing anything. It's got to be just for a second beyond, you know, a little bit before that, longer than that, right? It's got to be held in that position just for, you know, whatever, you know, I don't know how long.
Down to the left.
And I can tell when you move because I can feel the wheel.
About 5979.
If you move it just a little, the wheel might not move, right? But if it moves enough, I'll feel it move. Technically, I can move it, even with the autopilot on, you can move this trim manually. Yeah.
Air Shuttle 6111, I'm sorry, Air Shuttle 6211.
Sometimes I'll do that for landing, like, because for landing, a trim is going to be right in there somewhere.
2767, that should have.
So sometimes with the autopilot on, I'll roll it up ahead of time, so when I kick off the autopilot, it doesn't need a lot of nose up. It's already there.
Right.
Because he's holding it with the servos and not with the trim.
Watch center only 3464, 7 points on
That was our 1 minute to top of descent, so in about 40-something seconds.
Center maintain level 230.
And I'll pull the power back before it captures, just so it doesn't accelerate too much. If I pulled back the right amount of power, it should still be trimmed, because it's trimmed for that speed.
Right.
It's going to hold it. So if I pull the power back, it's going to hold that speed.
And just glide down.
Yes, that whatever. And my rate would be determined by how much my power. But I don't know what it is. I'm just going to guess. All right. All right, here it goes. 200. Just happens our top of descent was right at a waypoint that we're turning at, right? Complicate things. And actually, I'll go ahead and set 12. We'll just keep it going down at 12.
Delta 2164, clear direct to Opus. 2164, direct to Opus.
So where are we going? We're going over Fayetteville now. So their little restricted area was hot, so they wouldn't let us go over it.
What does that mean?
Because they're doing military stuff, right? We're near Fort Bragg. They'd be bombing people, who knows, I don't know. Shooting airplanes out of the sky. And we'd be a good target if we went in there by accident. We're like, all right. some young 20-something-year-old kid.
Whiskey cross block at 12000, altimeter at Greensboro 3021.
Block at 123021, 300 Julie Whiskey.
All right, so I'll go ahead and flip it, and now he's gonna steepen you up just a little bit because of that new. I'll pull the power back just a little bit.
Endeavor 5073, descend via dumpster 1 arrival, landing northeast. The altimeter at Raleigh is 3020.
Descend via the dumpster 1, 3020, Endeavor 5073.
All right, looking good. Our little banana will be right there when it figures it all out, once it gets right on it.
Delta 2164, contact the Washington Center 133.72.
3372, Delta 2164, thanking you.
Good.
Turn the internet off now.
Advise on initial contact. You have information, Juliet.
Juliet. What was my field number again? 11.
1140.
1140. We're gonna see how accurate that is. Gonna be close. Might have got more fuel than I needed. But I needed to get a minimum to waive the fee, so 1140, yep, 1140. Alright, Southern Pines is up here. At SOP, I can see the airport.
I see RDU.
Yeah, and Sanford is near the, somewhere over there. The TTA is Sanford.